My name is Kevin, and for 2 years, I thought I was the world's worst father. Every month, I'd write a check for $1,500 in child support for my 6-year-old daughter, Emma, seal it in an envelope, and mail it to my ex-girlfriend Michelle's address. And every month, Michelle would call me screaming. "You're 3 months behind, Kevin," Michelle yelled through the phone one Tuesday evening. "Emma needs new shoes, and I can't afford them because you won't pay." "Michelle, I sent the check on the first like always," I said, pulling up my bank statement on my laptop. "I've been sending them every single month." "Well, I'm not getting them," she snapped. "Maybe you should try being a real father and actually supporting your daughter instead of making excuses." "I have the bank statements right here," I said. "The checks are clearing." "Then where's my money, Kevin? Where is it?" "I don't know, but I'm sending it. I swear." "You're such a liar," she said. "Emma asked me why you don't care about her anymore. What am I supposed to tell her?" The line went dead. I stared at my phone, confused and frustrated. My bank account showed the checks clearing every month without fail. Someone was cashing them, but if Michelle wasn't getting them, where were they going? I called my sister Rachel the next morning. "Rachel, something weird is happening," I said. "Michelle keeps saying she's not getting my child support checks, but they're all clearing my account." "Have you looked at the back of the canceled checks?" Rachel asked. "The bank can show you who endorsed them." "Can they do that?" "Kevin, you're a software engineer. You're supposed to be the smart one in the family," she laughed. "Yes, they can definitely do that. Go to the bank tomorrow." "What if Michelle is lying to get more money?" "Then the checks will have her signature," Rachel said. "Either way, you need to know the truth. Go find out." The next day, I sat across from a bank manager named Patricia Chen. "Mr. Davis, I can pull up the images of your canceled checks," Patricia said, typing on her computer. "Let me see here. Okay, here's last month's check." She turned the monitor toward me. There, on the back of the check made out to Michelle Williams, was an endorsement signature, Barbara Williams. "Who's Barbara Williams?" Patricia asked. My stomach dropped. "That's Michelle's mother, my ex's mom." "Well, she's been cashing your checks," Patricia said, scrolling through more images. "Every single one for the past 2 years, according to these records." "Can you print those?" I asked. "All 24 of them? Every single one?" I felt sick. "Can I get copies of all of these?" "Absolutely. Give me a few minutes." When I got home, I spread 24 canceled checks across my dining room table. Every single one had Barbara's signature on the back. Michelle's mother had been stealing my child support payments for 2 years, and Michelle had no idea. I called Michelle that evening. "What do you want, Kevin?" she answered coldly. "Michelle, I need to ask you something," I said carefully. "Where do I send my child support checks?" "To my address, obviously. Where else would you send them?" "Who gets the mail at your place?" There was a pause. "My mom picks it up usually. She lives with us and helps with Emma while I work." "Why are you asking weird questions?" "Does your mom give you all the mail?" "Kevin, what is this about?" Michelle's voice had an edge to it now. "I went to the bank today," I said. "I got copies of my canceled checks. Michelle, your mother has been cashing them, all of them, for 2 years. Silence. "That's impossible," Michelle finally said. "My mom wouldn't do that. She's been helping me raise Emma." "I'm looking at 24 checks right now with her signature on the back," I said. "I can send you the copies." "Send them," she said quietly. "Send them right now." I scanned the checks and emailed them. 3 minutes later, my phone rang. "Oh my God," Michelle whispered. "Kevin, I'm so sorry. I've been yelling at you for 2 years and you were sending the money the whole time." "Where's your mom now?" "She's out. She said she was going to bingo." Michelle's voice cracked. "She's been taking Emma to get her nails done, buying expensive groceries, taking weekend trips. I thought she had savings." "Kevin, that was your money. That was Emma's money." "I want to see Emma," I said. "Your mom has been stealing from her." "Come over tomorrow morning," Michelle said. "My mom works at the library on Thursdays. We need to figure out what to do." The next morning, I met Michelle at a coffee shop 3 blocks from her apartment. "I confronted her last night when she got home," Michelle said, her hands shaking around her coffee cup. "I showed her the check copies you sent." "What did she say?" "She laughed, Kevin. She actually laughed." Michelle's eyes were red. "She said, 'What are you going to do about it? You need me to watch Emma. You need me to pay half the rent. And Kevin's not going to do anything because he knows I'll make his life hell.'" I felt my jaw tighten. "She said that?" Then she said, "Besides, you can't prove I didn't give you that money. It's your word against mine, and you're an unstable single mother who can barely keep a job." She called me unstable, Kevin. Her own daughter. "Michelle, I'm so sorry," I said. "Don't apologize. This is my mother." She wiped her eyes. "What do we do? I don't even know where to start." "We need a lawyer," I said. "My friend David Rodriguez is a family law attorney. Can I call him?" Will it cost a lot? I can't afford much. Don't worry about that right now. Let me call him. Michelle nodded. I made the call right there, and David agreed to meet us that afternoon. In David's office, we laid out everything. This is check fraud, David said, examining the copies. Barbara forged Michelle's endorsement and cashed checks made payable to Michelle. That's a felony in this state. Can we prove she forged the endorsement? I asked. Kevin's been sending checks to Michelle's address, but Barbara's been cashing them, David explained. Unless Michelle authorized her mother to cash the checks, which I'm assuming you didn't. Never, Michelle said firmly. I didn't even know about them. I thought Kevin wasn't paying. Then we have a case, David said. But here's what we need to do. Michelle, you need to document everything. Kevin, you need to get an official letter from your bank confirming the check images and endorsements, and we need to file a police report. Will this affect my visitation with Emma? I asked. Actually, this strengthens your case, David said. You've been paying support consistently, and it was stolen. We can petition the court for increased visitation immediately. You've been the responsible parent here. What kind of consequences could my mom face? Michelle asked quietly. If convicted, prison time, definitely. We're talking about $36,000 in theft over 2 years. That's a serious felony. Over the next 3 weeks, we built our case. I got official bank documentation with a notarized letter from Patricia confirming the endorsement pattern. Michelle recorded a conversation with Barbara where Barbara admitted to cashing a few checks, but claimed Michelle had given permission. Michelle's phone captured the whole thing. So you did cash Kevin's checks? Michelle had asked. A few of them, maybe. You told me I could, Barbara replied on the recording. When did I tell you that? I don't remember exactly. You were stressed and I was helping with bills. How many checks did you cash, Mom? I don't know, a few. Why does it matter? I was helping you. We also discovered Barbara had opened a credit card in Michelle's name using the child support money. Michelle found the statements hidden in Barbara's bedroom. Kevin, there's $30,000 in charges here. Michelle called me, panicked. Cruises, jewelry, casino trips. She destroyed my credit. Forward everything to David, I said. This keeps getting worse. I can't believe my own mother did this, Michelle said, crying. How do I explain this to Emma? One step at a time, I said. Right now, we focus on building the case. David helped us file a police report. Detective James Morrison took our statement. This is textbook financial abuse, Detective Morrison said. The check fraud alone is serious, but identity theft on top of it? We'll need to investigate, but you have a strong case. How long will this take? Michelle asked. Give me 2 weeks, the detective said. I'll contact the bank, get the full financial trail, and then we'll bring Miss Williams in for questioning. During those 2 weeks, Barbara acted like nothing was wrong. She'd smile at Michelle, play with Emma, and go about her routine. Michelle had to pretend everything was fine while we waited. It's killing me, Michelle told me. She's sitting in my living room watching TV with money she stole from our daughter. 2 more days, I said. Detective Morrison said they're ready to move. The confrontation happened on a Saturday morning. Detective Morrison arranged for Barbara to come to the police station to answer some questions about a banking error. Michelle and I were already there with David when Barbara arrived. Barbara walked into the conference room and stopped cold when she saw us. What is this? She demanded. Michelle, why are you here? Please sit down, Miss Williams, Detective Morrison said. I don't have to sit anywhere, Barbara snapped. This is obviously some kind of setup. Michelle, what's going on? Sit down, Mom, Michelle said coldly. Barbara sat, her eyes darting between us. I want to know what this is about right now. Detective Morrison laid out the canceled checks on the table. Miss Williams, can you explain why your signature appears on the back of 24 checks made payable to your daughter Michelle Williams? Barbara glanced at the checks and shrugged. Michelle asked me to deposit them for her. She was busy with Emma. That's a lie, Michelle said. I never gave you permission. You don't remember because you were overwhelmed, honey, Barbara said smoothly. You were always so stressed about money and I was helping. You should be thanking me. Then why didn't you give me the money? Michelle asked. I did give you money, Barbara said. I bought groceries, paid bills, helped with rent. I covered things when you couldn't. Records show you contributed maybe $500 a month, David interjected. Kevin was sending $1,500. Where's the other $1,000? I used it for Emma, Barbara said. Clothes, activities, treats. Detective Morrison slid another document across the table. Miss Williams, we've analyzed your bank deposits over the past 2 years. The $36,000 from Kevin's checks? Only about $6,000 can be traced to household expenses shared with Michelle. Where's the other $30,000? Barbara's confident expression faltered. I I used some for my own expenses. I'm retired. I needed help. Michelle knew I was struggling. I didn't know anything, Michelle shouted. You also opened 2 credit cards in Michelle's name, David added, sliding those statements across the table. Another $30,000 in charges. Explain that. Michelle knew about those, Barbara said quickly. She gave me permission to help with her credit. I absolutely did not, Michelle shouted. You destroyed my credit. I can't even rent my own apartment now because of you. You're being dramatic, Barbara said. I was helping you build credit. By maxing out cards at casinos, I asked. By taking cruises? And here's the real problem, Miss Williams, Detective Morrison said. We have a recording of you admitting to cashing the checks. We have bank records proving you kept the money. We have credit card fraud. This is multiple felonies. Barbara stood up abruptly. I want a lawyer. I'm not saying another word. That's your right, Detective Morrison said, but I'm placing you under arrest for check fraud, forgery, and identity theft. This is ridiculous, Barbara yelled as Detective Morrison began reading her rights. Michelle, tell them I was helping you. Tell them. You stole from your own granddaughter, Michelle said, tears streaming down her face. You let me think Kevin was a deadbeat dad for 2 years. You ruined my credit. You're not helping anyone but yourself. As Detective Morrison led Barbara out in handcuffs, she turned back with a cold smile. You'll never prove all of this. I'll get a good lawyer and you'll look stupid, both of you. We already have proof, I called after her. Enjoy jail, Barbara. David put a hand on my shoulder. The district attorney's office is filing charges Monday morning. With the evidence we have, this is going to trial, and she's going to lose. Barbara Williams was arraigned 3 days later and pleaded not guilty to 18 felony counts. Her bail was set at $50,000, which she couldn't make. The trial took 4 months, and the evidence was overwhelming. The jury deliberated for 3 hours. Guilty on all counts, the forewoman read. Barbara showed no emotion as the judge sentenced her to 6 years in state prison and ordered her to pay $66,000 in restitution. Miss Williams, you perpetrated a calculated scheme to defraud your own daughter and grandchild, the judge said. You showed no remorse and attempted to manipulate everyone involved. This sentence reflects the severity and duration of your crimes. After sentencing, Barbara's attorney approached us in the courthouse hallway. My client wants to apologize to you both, he said. Tell your client we're not interested, I said. She had 2 years to do the right thing. She's only sorry she got caught. We don't want her apology, Michelle added. We want her to serve her time and stay away from Emma. David also petitioned the family court for updated custody arrangements. With proof I'd been paying support consistently, the judge granted me joint custody with extended visitation rights. Mr. Davis, you've demonstrated responsibility and commitment to your daughter throughout this ordeal, the judge said. The first weekend I had Emma under the new custody schedule, we went to the aquarium. Daddy, why doesn't Grandma Barbara come around anymore? Emma asked as we watched the dolphins. Grandma made some bad choices, sweetie, I said carefully. She took money that was supposed to be for you and she has to face consequences for that. Like when I'm in timeout. Exactly like that, but grown-up timeout is longer. Emma nodded. Okay, can we get ice cream? Absolutely, Princess. Michelle and I now co-parent peacefully. She apologized dozens of times for not believing me, but I told her Barbara manipulated both of us. She knew exactly what she was doing, I said. She isolated you from me so you wouldn't question where the money was going. I should have known, Michelle said. I should have asked to see the checks. She's your mother. You trusted her. That's not your fault. Today, Emma's thriving in school and loves having 2 homes. Michelle's credit is slowly recovering. Barbara is 3 years into her sentence with 3 more to go. She tried writing to Michelle twice, but Michelle returned the letters unopened. Looking back, I realize revenge and justice are 2 different things. Revenge would have been confronting Barbara and making a scene. Justice was documenting everything, working with professionals, and letting the legal system hold her accountable. I didn't just want to hurt her. I wanted to protect my daughter and make sure Barbara could never do this to anyone else. The restitution payments come automatically from Barbara's prison work program earnings. It'll take years to pay back what she stole, but every penny goes into an account for Emma's future. Sometimes justice takes time, but when it comes, it's worth the wait. Have you ever discovered someone close to you was stealing from you or your family? What would you have done in my situation? Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.